XFM News. On point.
The news on XFM. I'm Chris Tim. Parliament has asked the Ministry of Internal Affairs to clarify on why they have not had any promotions in the police force. The matter has been raised by the Gulu Municipality MP, Leandro Komakech, who noted that ever since the Uganda Police Force held its centenary celebrations in 2014, the force has not had any promotions, yet it has been recruiting new officers, which is irregular. Komakech says that in any civil service, people should be promoted on either merit or achievement, and wondered why it's not happening in the police force.
We have heard of new recruitments of Uganda Police Force again. What is happening? What is going to be like? Is it a congestion that will need a bypass? What's going to happen? May the Minister of Internal Affairs explain to Ugandans why this is happening in Uganda Police Force, and yet in the army all is going well. Yes, accept.
The Bugabula South Member of Parliament, Henry Chivalia, also asked the Minister on who the salary structure in the force is determined, saying that some officers of whose ranks receive higher salaries than their bosses who are on a higher rank as well.
The police force has equally complained about the salary structure. Somebody is of a higher rank, but his earning or his salary is so low.
The Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, also noted that she has received letters from people who have complained that they have been serving at the same rank for 19 years and asked the Minister to clarify.
Okay, members, I just want to confirm that I've received letters a number of times from a number of policemen telling me that they've spent 19 years as constables, 20 years as constables. Of course, as an individual, I cannot do much, but I think it speaks to the need for transparency in what is happening. When you join the service, you expect to grow. So let the Minister of Internal Affairs come and update us after the recess about this issue.
Parliament has tasked the Ministry of Education and Sports to clarify on when they plan to establish Bunyoro University. This after the Bujenje County MP Patrick Kasumba raised a matter of national importance in which he demanded from government to tell them when the university will be established. Kasumba noted that in 2015, Parliament passed a resolution for the establishment of 3 government universities in different regions, including Bunyoro, but up to date, government has remained silent on the matter. The Speaker, Rebecca Kadaga, asked the Ministry to clarify on the matter when Parliament resumes from recess.
It is my humble prayer that the government should inform, should tell us when will Bunyoro University be established and other universities as per the resolution of this House. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Now, members, just for clarification, the resolution was 2015. It was about Namsagari University, Rwenzori University, and Bunyoro University. And ever since we returned to this House, we've been asking the government to tell us what has happened. That resolution, no one is interested. No one is interested.
The Minister for Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Hilary Onek, has commended the Japanese government for the support rendered to Uganda over the past few years. Onek has applauded government of Japan for the consistency in contributing towards the support of refugees here in Uganda.
Japan also last year sent us consignment of rice, tons and tons of rice, to alleviate the hunger which has befallen many parts of Uganda, including Karamoja, and that the drought that happened, which now is followed by El Nino rain again. So really, Japan has stood with us, has been standing with us for all this time. In Kasese, Japan NGOs have been working to try to see how to mitigate the landslide there, which have been always destroying River Nyamuamba and overrunning the valleys there, destroying Kilembe hospitals and other neighboring areas of Kasese. Japan is busy trying to work out a formula as to how to mitigate those occurrences.
The Japanese ambassador to Uganda, Kameda Kazuaki, commended Uganda for spearheading the exemplary refugee assistance despite the challenge of the continued influxes of refugees from neighboring countries.
In addition, the government of Japan provided emergency funding of more than 1.4 million US dollars in June this year through UNICEF for the provision of supplies as well as essential healthcare services targeting children and women in the face of the rapidly increasing demand due to the spread of COVID-19.
Now in world news, confirmed cases of coronavirus in Brazil have passed 5 million, with deaths in the country approaching 150,000. Officials say Brazil's health ministry reported 31,553 new cases on Tuesday, bringing the total infections to 5,694,000. The country is the third worst hit for the infections after the US and India. President Jair Bolsonaro has been accused of downplaying the risks of the virus throughout the pandemic, ignoring expert advice on restrictive measures. The Brazil president has rejected criticism of his handling of the pandemic, but his decision to oppose lockdowns and focus on the economy has been largely divisive. So on Tuesday, Brazil recorded 734 new fatalities, bringing the death toll to 148,228. The health ministry in that country said Brazil has the highest number of deaths in Latin America. In sports, 8 foreign best players have joined the Uganda Cranes camp in Dubai. The team is preparing for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying game against South Sudan. Tanzanian best defender Nicholas Wadada is among the 8 players that have arrived so far in Dubai. Others are Jaden Onen, Elvis Bomono, Bevis Mugabi, Joseph Ochaya, Alan Chambade, Jamal Salim and Farouk Mia. FIFA spokesperson Ahmed Hussein says the Cranes team will utilize the remaining days of the FIFA gazetted international break that ends on the 13th of this month. Hussein also confirms that striker Derek Nsibambi will not be part of the team after picking up an injury during club training.
Unfortunately, one of the players who had been summoned earlier, Derek Nsibambi, will not be part of the team. He picked up an injury while featuring for his club, and the rules do not allow us actually to replace him, because for any player who is going to feature for an international tournament, rather international team, you've got to seek permission 2 weeks before, as per the FIFA regulations.
And that's the latest XFM News.
XFM News on point.